DSTL method in order for that to happen. You're growing a team and you want to get them more into your training and into your company, your business. Learning how to teach is a big deal. It should be people first, mission always. So if you take care of the people, they'll take care of the mission.
How to speak to your teammates and how to get them all on the same page and make sure that everyone gets the right tools in order to just get the task done, and just it's a team effort.
How did I get people to know I cared? Pretty simple. You build rapport first. I use a Ford formula, FORD. It's family, occupation, recreation, and dream. I added an extra F for Texas, football. Because everybody seems to like football. What I gotta do is find something in common, talk about it, tell a story, and you're in. Someone has one. I'm asking people, how long you been in San Antonio? Like, I've been here my whole life. You a Spurs fan? No. I was like, interesting. I guess I'm gonna have to work around that one.
I really do think that being a leader and being a dynamic speaker go hand in hand, and we certainly expect that of any of the leaders that are before us.
So learn how to listen to everyone's input first. If you're the ranking person, let the bottom person start talking. Whoever the lowest ranking person is, let their feedback be heard. Even if it was something you thought of, let them speak anyway. Then the next ranking person, the next ranking person. You go last. Same concept for small teams. Why not have masterminds? Get your team together, have them talk about some of the ideas that they have, and then let them come up with ideas, and you kind of vet them and make sure there's something that would actually work for you or not. Anything you can simulate in your shops right now? There's value to learning the principles of leadership and how to speak.
100%. There's 100%. I think in general, just learning the concepts of where to start, gives us a sense of ability to transmit that energy to others.
Okay. Say, not only that, let's talk about what some of the problems you guys have. Everyone in a room together, and then say, all right, now let's talk about some solutions. If you're gonna lead, you gotta be pretty good at it. We wanna be the place to work. So whether it's Chuck E. Cheese, right? Or wholesaling, lending, marketing, retailing, real estate, it's all about being the place to work. So that's literally some of the little things you can do when it comes to leadership.
And this program that we just went through actually gave me a revamp of how I need to be.
And that's why I talk so much about communication. If you understand, the biggest theme that we're talking about here is communication. That's literally the underlying message to all of leadership. But there's certain things you can put in place so that your communication is more effective. And that's really the big key.
By default, want to become a better person, whether it be in business or whether it be as a person. If you give the people or that individual the proper tools to be successful, you've done your job, and you, by default, are a better person for that. Now it's up to them to either want to grow themselves or not grow.
Implementing the tools that we learned today, we're going to be able to distinguish one from another.
Absolutely. All right, Shane, so like you were saying, what do you think, having the video format ahead of time, why do you think that was so powerful?
Well, it's powerful for two reasons. Number one, it's showing you that there's already a sense of engagement that you need to have even before you even get in the classroom. And it also builds up momentum.
One, it allowed me to prepare myself before I got to the class, knowing what to expect. I wanted to make sure that I understood the information ahead of time, and I even read the course, did it twice. I heard it again, and I wanted to understand the laws of learning, and I understand now exactly what we need to do.
Law of exercise?
Law of exercise, right? So we know when we're talking about the law of exercise, we learn to do by doing. So it's more and more practice. Do you feel like you got enough practice by getting up 3 times and doing this in just 2 days?
Yes, I do. I believe that the repetition part of it, being the first time was, oh my God, I was like, I don't know if I can do this in 5 minutes. Well, after we came back from our break and sitting back, and you know what, we can do this.
Yep.
And we did it.
And then after today,
and
didn't
today,
feel like enough
I didn't
time.
even have enough time.
Right? It was empty. A lot of the brokers I've worked with, when I do certain presentations, they'll say, you need to be more, impactful and motivate people and get them to jump out of their chairs. And I'm like, I'm here to teach, not preach. You're going off the slides and you don't want to be completely boring. What can you do instead of having people read? Anybody ever been in a class where they make you read the slide and the next person reads the slide? So that's one way to get people involved. But what's another way? Turn the slide into a question. What's probably the most dominant force which governs student progress and ability to learn? Victoria.
Say it again.
So do you see how that works? So you guys heard about the ask, pause, call technique? Was that what I just used? And what does it do? Get people's attention, right? But what does it also do? Well, in a sense, but who else am I calling out?
Everyone else.
Everyone in the room. If I said Victoria first, did I just let everybody else off the hook? If I say Victoria,
Yeah, I feel relieved.
Victoria, what's the most dominant force which governs student progress and ability to learn? Does anyone else in here feel called out?
No.
You do?
No.
If I say Victoria,
I relax.
right? Exactly. You relax, right? But if I do it the other way around, so what's the most dominant force? Which probably the most dominant force which governs students' progress? Robert. Has anybody been let off the hook before I call that name?
No.
And if someone starts dozing off or not paying attention, what do you think I'm gonna do? I could be walking from one side of the room, I see Victoria's over there on her phone, and then I'm walking by and I'm like, all right, so what's the most dominant force? Victoria. Now her answer was, what'd you say? Could you say it again, right? Without embarrassing anyone in the class, I'm gonna do what they call a relay. And all I'm gonna say is, who wants to help her out? Who wants to help her out?
I like that. I really like that.
Question techniques. So this is really the biggest thing you're gonna gain out of the training today. Other than how to move and make sure you're not distracting, what type of questions can you ask that'll keep people engaged in the material?